Hey guys, welcome back in. Going to continue some more Permadeath. Now, I did stop by my base this morning and made up another stack of stasis devices, liquid explosive. I'm going to start doing the Atlas Path quest line now. I need to pick up uh, some different metals I'm going to need for all the crafting. I want to grab that stuff before I actually get started. Um, Not sure. I know I'm gonna need like indium and cadmium and all that stuff. Make sure I have that stuff with me. I think I only need like 100 of each, but I'm just gonna grab like a stack of 500, I think, so I know I have everything. I need all of these. I should grab chromatic metal too. I think you need that for one or two different recipes. I should have enough copper. I'm gonna need ionized cobalt. Oh, I thought I had some ionized cobalt in here. Let's bring that. Let's top it right out. Don't think I really need all this extra cobalt. Oh, I still have some left over. Let's bring a little bit more. Okay. I think just top it off. Alright, so I don't think I need anything else. Yeah, I haven't done the quest in a while, so I do have some gold. I might need silver, but I'm pretty sure I got more than enough silver in my ship. Yeah, I've got 2 stacks of silver. Put those around. I always keep a little bit of chlorine on me in case I need to make salt for something. Alright, so I got a bunch of, actually, let's open these, see what those will give me. Another one of these. What else did I get? Oh, I got a repair kit, okay. I'm not gonna bother with my plants or anything. Let me run through my ships real quick. This one, I think, has the fusion thing in it. Yeah, I keep holding on to these because I'm pretty sure one of the factions wants fusion cores for donations. That's what a lot of this stuff is, actually, like storm crystals, the feathers. So that one. Oh, I've got that broken hauler too that I need to do something with. Alright, so this should be my... Yeah, the stasis devices. Yeah, I had to start putting Nip Nip in here because my other ship's full of it. So I've got, what's that, 64 stasis devices and 80 liquid explosive. I was going to wait and do more stasis devices, but I just want to get rid of them. What I am going to do is I have this broken ship. What I actually want to do is bring that in now. I'm pretty sure, yeah, like everything's broken in it now. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to teleport right up to the space station and get rid of that. Not even going to bother repairing it. That's like a little workaround that you can do to just sell stuff off. I do want to look for kind of a wealthy station though. I think this one. Yeah. See, typically, what I look is I look for like the little microchip thing, because those are normally fairly decent. Oh, actually, that one's formidable. I think that's only a 2-star. Sustainable. Okay, this one's opulent. So actually, let's just go over to this one. Yeah, because I want to try to sell my stuff in a wealthy system. I think you get a little bit more money for it sometimes, so. First off, get rid of that shit. Let's see, get salvage. Yeah, I knew there wasn't going to be much in this thing, so. Alright, so go sell off that stuff right here. Sell off some of this other stuff too that I have laying around. Alright, so that should open up quite a bit of room. I guess. I need to start actually doing some of these upgrades. Start going through my stuff and do some real upgrades. But for now, I'm holding on to those green mods. Yeah, because you can kind of change the order that things. Alright, so it's the wrong ship. Alright, let's go to this one first. Actually, how much room do I have in this ship? Yeah, I'm just gonna sell the Nip on its own. See if we can get over to this guy before he disappears. Yeah, you can use green mods to influence the value you get on other mods, so that's why I'm holding on to those green mods. Off of the trade. Doesn't have anything I'm looking for, but sell off this stuff. So what am I gonna... Okay, so I'm gonna get $1 billion. Okay, so that's the number I'm actually looking for. So it's gonna take me 64 stasis devices to hit $1 billion. So that's kind of like the magic number that I'm gonna be looking for when I go to craft more later on. Like when I get close to, you know, like right around 4 billion. That way I don't craft too many of them. So that's kind of the magic number. That way I don't go over what the cap is. So we're just gonna sell off all of that. Okay, so I'm like a third of the way to the cap. Okay. So about 200 stasis devices somewhere in there to go from 0 to cap. It's not too bad. Let's swap my ship. See if I can get rid of that Nip before he leaves. That's quite a bit there. Alright. Not too bad. 1.6 billion. Alright, so back to my regular ship. Just make sure it's that one, and it is. Switch over to the Atlas path. Okay. Make sure I have enough fuel. Alright, so I will be doing a lot of warping. This is actually kind of a boring quest line. I'm not gonna bother running around grabbing words at these Atlas stations because it takes way too long. Stick this junk down here somewhere too. What I might do is, if I warp into a system and I see a decent planet, I might land on it real quickly to grab a couple backpack slots because I would like to fill that up too. I might hit like the space station if it's a rich system. So I'll do a little bit of, in between Atlas stations and space stations. So just want to make sure I have it selected. Okay, and one thing about the Atlas path is you have different milestones you have to hit. Like if I go in here, I go to my exploration, I believe. Yep. See down here, it says I'm Galileo already, so I'm already at the highest level. You need to have, I believe, 50 milestones to actually complete this entire thing. Each Atlas station you start at, I believe it goes up like 5 or 10. Let me just take a quick look at that real quick. Yeah, every 5 milestones you unlock a new title. Galileo's actually beyond the highest. So I can actually run through and do all these Atlas stations right now. In order to increase your milestones, it's just kind of leveling up this stuff. So I mean, a lot of them, they're pretty easy to do. Yeah, it's, they tell you pretty much what to do. So, like if I just go meet a few more aliens, I'll have that one maxed out, and, more zoology, where you discover all animals on a planet, all this stuff, more warping, stuff like that. So, it'll slowly make its way up. And you just go by what your total milestones are. As long as you're at 50, you can just go through the whole thing without any issue. So, just go out here and find our first Atlas station. A lot of people do it kind of in tandem with the main quest as they go along. I tend to just wait until the end and do it all at once. I'll just go up to my first station. And I don't think I'm going to even bother with drop pods. I'm just going to hit the Atlas station, then hit the space station. That way I can also see what the guilds are as well. We have our station. And I'm not going to bother running around collecting words or anything. Like, I tend to do that on my main save. Because mainly it takes too long to run around these stations. So, kind of blow through these. There's only 10 of them to visit. It seems like there's 20 or 30 though. Because they kind of drag. Especially if you're running around collecting words. If I hit a few along the way, it's one thing, but I'm not gonna bother collecting a ton of words. I might as well collect these, even though I don't really need them. We're just gonna go interact with this, go through the dialogue. Of course, you won't be able to understand hardly anything, so they do give you some stuff. Alright, so we're just gonna accept our Pathfinder reward thing. It gives us a blueprint, so I'm going to have to craft this. This is why I wanted to make sure I grab all that metal and stuff. I just craft them as soon as I get them, I craft them, that way I don't forget. So that's our first one out of the way. If I can grab a word, nice. They should be like guaranteed words when you're doing this quest line. You have to visit a lot of these stations to unlock the whole alphabet. I'll just swing in and grab a backpack slot. As soon as I can find the space station. Oh, it's right there. Oh, okay. This is the... oh, that's Streams of the Deep. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. I actually thought that may be a different quest. Let me see. Eventually there should be a quest that pops up for They Who Returned, I think is the name of it. I'm gonna need to do that quest line after this in order to unlock purple systems. So I just want to kind of keep an eye out for that quest line. It'll pop up eventually. You do a few warps. I said I was only gonna land at like tier 3 systems doing this, but I'm trying to check on my guilds as well. Okay, so we do have a I think that's a mercenary guild here. Yes. Okay, so try to level these guys up. I think I may have actually been to this system. There's nothing in there. Okay, see those pirate transponders I keep holding on to. Do that. Bring in my radiant pillar that has a bunch of junk in it too. I'm not sure if he wants any of that. Oh, I got positron that I can sell. Alright, there's nothing in my ship, so I just want to switch back to my main ship. I try to check the multi-tools too, just to see if there's anything special. Especially if there's like an alien or experimental multi-tool. Or if there's an S-class. Okay, we have an A-class here. So that means there will be an S-class somewhere in the system, if you ever want to look around for it. But that one's done. I'm not going to bother doing the anomaly while I'm here. I mean, it'll make it so I can unlock stuff a little bit quicker, but I just want to kind of blow through these. I knew that was going to keep switching. I want to kind of blow through these Atlas stations. We'll head over to the next one. Yeah, we'll finish this up, then I'll be able to do the Heart of the Sun stuff and move on to the next quest. Get in here. The tier 3 conflict system. I don't really want to spend too much time out in open space. Probably end up getting attacked. You'll notice as you go through these, the background's going to be a little bit different in them. You know, a visual representation of, you know, making an improvement on the quest. Alright, take our new milestone. I'll need pure ferrite this time. Oh, I should have sold that. Alright, so we'll just make up our new one, because I already have my pure ferrite on me, and I have my nanode from last time. So we'll just build a new one. Well, that one's done. Head to the next Atlas station after grabbing our backpack slot. Yeah, so once you have your milestones up high enough, just going through this is just doing a bunch of warps and atlas interfaces. It doesn't take very long. It's just repetitive and boring. But this is also a good way to, check out other planets as well. If you're looking for a certain planet type, it's a good way to kind of do it. That way you're getting the different systems, you're seeing different, different planet types and stuff, so. Oh, and we have a traveler here, so that could have been good. Alright, so let's see if there's anything to donate. Oh, that's just stuff to donate. Yeah, because I want to try to rank these guys up as far as I can. I'm not going to give them the storage augmentations though. Alright, so yeah, that last step takes quite a while to unlock, but it's worth doing. Especially when they have, like frigate modules or storage augmentations. Got a B class. Grab our suit slot. That one. Just double check that. Okay, yep, that should be our last row. Oh, here we go. We got an alien. B-class alien pistol. Not too bad. Let me just take a quick picture of that. And go into photo mode, that way I have my coordinates. So if anybody is looking for this, just waiting for that bar to go away. Load the supercharged slots in that. Yeah, they're pretty far apart. Just got a cool design to it though. Right, that was a B class. That means somewhere in this system there's an A class cabinet. So if you can find the A class cabinet, it might not be too bad. Somebody's already named this system. I wonder if they marked the A class cabinet. I don't see any bases. It was tagged 9 years ago too, so okay, every planet except for one is discovered by the same guy. Okay. I was gonna rename the system, but I can't, so. Yeah, typically I would rename the system and put like alien at the end of it. That way people would know there's an alien multi-tool. Somebody else beat me to it. So we'll head over to our next station. Yeah, whenever I do rename a system, I like to do that in the title. I'll put like alien or experimental at the end of the, right after I put the system name. That looks like a flush planet. Oh. Okay, so this is the, Those Who Return quest line. This is the one I've been waiting for. I think this is it. Let's go go through the dialogue. There we go. I just go through all the options. I don't think it even matters what you choose when you do this. There might be like a quicker way to race through the dialogue, but I'm not sure. Alright. Okay, they who return. Okay, that's the quest I was looking for. We'll get in here, get our next curiosity. Got a different looking atlas this time. I have more than enough warp cells now, so I probably don't really need to grab those. Grab our next blueprint. We'll need ionized cobalt this time, so just go ahead and make up that one. Yeah, luckily it's the first thing in your crafting tree, that way you don't have to keep, you know, paging through everything to find it. Don't get over to the space station again. See, this would be quicker if I didn't unlock the space stations, but I'm trying to also level up the guild and get a backpack slot. So, let's see, where's our station this time? Behind. Kind of go up and around this thing. Okay, so that was a tropical planet. Actually, I should. Is there any tickets here I can grab? Quite a few. Got to make sure I don't accidentally shoot one of these. Let's see here. What do we have? I haven't even bothered with my freighter lately. Nope. I'm just going to check a couple of these. Another trade one. It's a support. Exploration either. It's this one. I do need like combat and industrial support. Yeah, things damaged all the time. No, nothing good here. I should bring in my my freighter at some point though, because I do have a bunch of fuel that I need to craft. I have a bunch of extra tritium on me now. Check this real quick. Nothing good. Alright, mercenaries. Grab our free thing there. Download. I know somebody wants prismatic feathers. I just have to find it. Too bad looking lighter. Alright. Make sure that didn't switch my log on me. Yeah, and it did. So go back up to Atlas Path. Make our way to the next interface. That one's far away. Alright, this one's a dissident system. So I might actually... I'll see what the dissident planet is here. I might come back. I don't want to get sidetracked too much. I want to try to finish this up in this stream, so... Alright, so we just got our another milestone, so it should be up to, what's that, 68 now? See if I can find the distant planet here real quick, see what it's like. Okay, so it's going to be a frozen planet, so might not be too bad. I'm just making sure they don't have like aggressive sentinels or anything like that on them. Alright. Let's jump in here real quick. Get this one out of the way. And now if I go into my milestone, exploration, yep, total milestone 67, so that's how you rank them up. Like the interface is starting to fall apart now. I always try to grab a few words if I can, or a few of these bubbles anyway. Yeah, now we're getting to the point where we're not getting warp cells anymore, also. Or what, like halfway through, I think, so. Cassini. Alright. Oh, magnetized ferrite for this one. Dark matter. See, this is why I made sure to grab all those metals back in my base before I started. Because it gets kind of annoying when you gotta go, you know, go find like cadmium or something like that. You have to kind of go out of your way to do it. So that's why I try to look up that stuff first. Let's grab our backpack slot first, I guess. I think that winter planet was kind of far away. So we got Merchant's Guild again. I'll grab that. Donate that. Oh, I can donate living glass to these guys. I might end up doing some of that then. Make up a few extra to sell. Get a rifle. Nothing good. I don't know why I'm not getting like an outline with this. Typically there's an outline around your slot. Alright. Horrible. Horrible cabinets. I don't think I'm going to bother with a dissonant planet either. I'm just going to go straight to the next system. If there's only a couple different interceptors I'd like to get, and chances are it's probably not going to be in that system, so I'll just use the coordinate exchange to find the interceptor I like. I'll probably end up doing the same thing with my multi-tool and, you know, mechanical ship also. That's why I haven't been using up those expansion modules on my ship. I have certain exotic ships that I like, so I'm just going to go get those and use the expansions on those. Get in here and get this one. Okay, this is gonna be Kepler. Okay, so we're halfway through at this station. This is the 5th. Alright, so we just got another milestone too. So, I mean, you can get your milestones pretty quickly, you know, but you do it, you get a lot of them just passively. So, and as you notice, this Atlas station's quite a bit different than the others. Oh, and grab the Kepler. There we go. Same deal, just make up the new one. Yeah, the lore's a lot better once you get the alphabet going, and you can actually understand what's going on in here. It's pretty interesting. Because I think they kind of screwed up when they made it so you couldn't learn the alphabet earlier. It actually takes away from the lore. Ooh, that's a nice looking airless planet. Oh, terraforming catastrophe. That's a nice big airless planet. It's probably got really high mountains on it though, or something. There's always something about them that's wrong, so. Yeah, I like to use those airless planets for like R&D bases, stuff like that. You just try out different base building stuff. Alright, that's garbage. Grab our slot before we forget. Oh, and some really bad multi-tools. Well, we have Mercenaries Guild, so grab our freebie. Sell these off. I've gone through quite a few of those so far. Alright, so I still have 3 more. What about those brains? Can't I donate those somewhere? Because there's a bug going on with those. Oh no, he takes the hearts and the engines. Blood circles. Okay. Oh, they do take salvage glass too, so I should have probably saved some of those. Alright, which one did I actually... Oh, I want to sell... Let me sell off those mods, actually. Sell those off, and we'll take off to the next station. Yeah, you can just sell these off, get some extra nanites. And actually, I am gonna try something with this guild. Actually, let me just toss these in my ship so that I don't accidentally sell those. I'm not sure what item I can buy. Oh, there's nothing I can buy here. Yeah, sometimes like there's a crafted item in here that you can buy for a discount, and you can take it to your next system and try to sell it. I think that's one way that you can passively make a little bit more money. I typically don't bother doing it because you can only buy like 2 or 3 of them, so I'll try to keep an eye on those guilds as I go through this, see how much of a profit you get. Alright, let's get over to our next system. Just make sure I have Atlas Station selected as a designation. Should take us right there. Alright, high conflict system. And this will be our 6th Atlas station, so again we'll get a different background. You notice you have more words and stuff that you can collect too, the further you get in. Just run around and grab a few of these. Alright. Alright, so grab this one. Our new curiosity. Go ahead and craft that. Grab a couple more words. You don't have to be right on top of these bubbles. As long as you get kind of close to them, they trigger. But yeah, as you get further in, there's going to be more and more words you can pick up, or potentially pick up. It's all RNG, so that one's done. Hit the space station and take off. Typically I have all my backpack slots opened up, and I already have my guild leveled up typically, so I don't typically bother with the space station, but I'm trying to do multiple things at once, so do it this way. And add on like an extra, you know, like 15 minutes doing this, but it's well worth the trouble. I'm already gonna warp into a different system anyway, so I'm already using fuel. Plus it gives me a chance to look at the multi-tool, see if there's anything good. I actually should be something with the mission vendors too. I completely forget about these guys. He's got nothing anyway. What do we have? A really bad C-class. And so our slots are almost done. Horrible space station. Go ahead and check this guy. See if like I can buy a circuit board and these. So I'm gonna actually try that. Let me see if I can donate something though. Okay. Oh, I like gotta salvage data. I can only donate one of those. Circuits. Alright, so let's grab our freebie. And I'm gonna buy all of these. So it's gonna cost me $1 million for those. And another 600 for that, so let's buy those. Now when I get to the next system, I want to see what I get for a return on those. This is a 50% discount, so I should be able to get around 3 million for that stuff that I just picked up. Hopefully. Yeah, I typically don't bother with it because you can only pick up a few things, but try it out and see what happens. There it is. Kind of a round the back way of getting somewhere. Yeah, if I run into any freighter battles, I'm probably just going to ignore them. I'm not really interested in dealing with freighters right now, so we'll get this one done. I'm not sure how many words there are for the Atlas language. There's still, it's not as much as the Lifeform language, but it's still quite a bit. Probably a couple hundred. So we'll get this dialogue. We'll grab Curiosity. Same deal, just make up the new one. We'll swing over to the space station. because you'll go through 10 of these, and then you'll have one more at the end. The 11th one is where you actually finish up the quest line. So, still have, what, 3 more to go, I think? So... I mean, it is a boring quest line. But luckily it only takes, you know, like an hour and change to do. So, depending on how quick you can go through them. Yeah, like if I wasn't doing all this space station stuff, it would only take like 40 minutes, an hour, or something like that. But I want to remember to try to sell that stuff I just picked up too. I probably could have picked up a lot of missions too that I missed out on. I'll grab that, kill a predator. Nothing else there. But every time I pick up a mission, it's going to change my mission log. So I just want to make sure I go back to the Atlas map. Let's get this thing. Oh, it's got a crystal trigger. Supercharge slots aren't too bad either. That's kind of a crappy scanner though. Alright, grab our backpack slot. Alright, what's this one look like? It's okay. Thought I saw our traveler over there. Alright. Grab that. Alright. See what I get for an exchange on that circuit board and stuff. So, yeah, I paid 600, right around 600,000 for that circuit board. Now I'm selling it for 800, so it's a good amount of money. And these I paid $1 million for, and I'm getting $1.5 million. So it is worth, you know, especially earlier in the game, picking up that free stuff and just selling it. Actually, while I'm here, let me break these open. I got another repair kit back, and I got that white item. Oh, and if you ever accidentally sell one of these, you can just craft a new one. You'll have to go through all the crafting processes again, but, or, you know, at least up to the one before. Actually, I think you have to go through all of them. Actually, they're cheap though. All right, let's. Oh, and I switched my log again. So go back to Atlas Path. I should have to fill up my hyperdrive here shortly too. Let's get into this one. Yeah, some people like to do this quest line kind of along the Artemis quest, and you totally can too. It's just I prefer to do it all at once. You just have to remember every 5 milestones you have another Atlas station to visit. So you can always break it up if you want to. I think this is number 8. Number 8, and it should be Hubble. Yeah, for the longest time I thought there were like 16 of these stations to visit because, you know, you see the number 16 so often in this game. I didn't realize it was only 10. Grab a few words here if I can. Yeah, they space them out so far and you can only sprint for so long. It makes this part drag. Alright, there's Hubble, so yeah, this is number 8. Alright, and we would need Emerald for this one. Luckily I brought some along. Oh, we have a word over here too. I'm glad they've redesigned these space stations. They look a lot better than the old ones used to. At least the exterior look unique. They're not all, you know, the same. Right, kill creatures, I can do that. And it is worth talking to travelers because you can go down and get their, was it memory fragment? Sometimes you can get some pretty good things out of those. Actually. And it is worth looking at these. If you see something with an X-Class mod in it, sometimes it will actually have a max mod in it. You can strip it out. The X-Class is the only one I actually look at, typically. Sometimes I will look at the scanner, because you can find, you know, some scanners that are like 10,000 for a bonus. So sometimes I will grab that just to strip out the module. Alright, check with this guy. I'm running out of stuff to donate to these guys. I'm not going to bother with that stuff. I don't need the money, so I'll give them some repair kits though. Still trying to get that unlocked. We'll jump in here, update this again, go find our last couple interfaces. Oh, I should check on my fuel too. I must be starting to get pretty low by now. This one looks like somebody already discovered this system. So let's check this. Okay, 55%. Yeah, I got a bunch of these. Use those up. There's always going to be one of these here too at the top. A lot of times I forget to pick it up. This will be number 9. Alright, you got liking. Yeah, those two look alike. It's always confusing because even though, you know, it's a different name, they use like the same symbol, or very similar. Let's see if I can grab a couple words. I ended up popping quite a few words when I got here, so I was expecting to get many more. Got one there. Right, same deal, same rinse and repeat, you know. To the space station and get to the last interface. Then there'll be one more interface after that to wrap up the quest. Alright, let's get to that space station. Merchant Guild here. I need to start at the mission guide because I just have to do things in a certain order or else I end up missing something. I always forget to go to the mission guide. Alright, scan creatures, he's got nothing at all. Alright, so we do have an experimental. Just a C class. Just grab a quick picture of this. Wait for that stupid bar to go away. There we go. And C-class on this side too. So you're not gonna, the highest cabinet you're gonna find is gonna be a B class. So it's actually really crappy. It's one of the shorter experimentals though. But it has hoses. Hoses are pretty uncommon. Well, yeah, I'd say uncommon. I wouldn't really say they're rare. But this is kind of a weird color. The brown multi-tool. You normally don't see those. What was this one? I might actually come back and grab one of these. Well, at least I have the coordinates and stuff for it now. Pick up that cube. Let's grab our freebie. Oh. He cleaned me out of repair kits. I do have more in my ship though. Alright. Let me see. I'm pretty sure somebody discovered this system. Yep. Somebody that never did anything with it. just renamed it. Alright, so check my log real quick. Alright, so this should be the 10th Atlas station we're going to. Yeah, I just wanted to try to get this quest line out of the way today. That way I can start on the autophage quest line. That way I can finish that up and do the quest to unlock purple systems. Purple systems on Permadeath is fun. It's really easy to die there too, so it'll be a good little challenge. Let's get in and do this. I wish they did more differences in the Atlas stations though, like, because we've seen that one quite a few times. Yeah. I wish they would have changed it so they're all different when you go to them. There's only a few of them that are really different. Yeah, they should dress up this quest line a little bit. Make it a little more flashy. Alright, so we have the Magellan this time. Alright. And we have Starseed. Or Heart of the Sun, rather. And now we'll just follow along with the quest line. Double check in here, make sure I don't have to do anything else. Alright, present the seas to the Atlas. Oh, I want to go to the space station first. Double check that real quick. Okay, I thought there was something else in that quest, but there isn't. So, check my mission guy. Kill creatures. See, this is a way that you can passively increase your standing too, just by doing a bunch of these missions. And let's grab kill 2 predators. Eventually I will run into those. Check these. So I did manage to find a couple different multi-tools just by doing this. Found one experimental and one alien. They were both garbage, but some people play for, you know, hundreds of hours and don't see either one, so. And let's grab that cube. Check in with him. Alright, grab our freebie. So we've actually managed to rank him up pretty quick. Alright, now I don't have anything else to give him. Actually, let me switch to my other ship. See if there's anything. I don't think there is, but yeah, there's nothing in there. So Back to my other regular ship. Alright, and switch my mission back. Alright, go to the final interface for this. That'll wrap up that quest line. I should get my last exosuit slot too. So another pore system. Yeah, and you'll notice this Atlas station is going to be different than the others. That's how you can kind of tell that it's the final one. So jump in here. Yeah, and you'll notice in this one there's no more words to get. You just have a unique thing down here. Kind of like when you finish up the main quest line, how you have an additional, you know, like an additional area to interact with. All you'll do is go over to these different pillars, put in those star seeds, and you'll get a light that pops up to let you know you interacted with it. So all you're going to do is whisper the seed's name in all of these. It does take a couple of seconds before you can interact with the next one. You need to go through the little light up animation. Yeah, so as long as you have your milestones done, you can run through this pretty quickly. If you don't, then you have to go do a little bit more exploring. Just pay attention to, you know, how you can warp up, how you can increase these different standings. Actually, it's in your exploration tab. Yeah, a lot of times it's just, you know, learning a few more words, warping a couple more times, discovering creatures, that type of stuff. Or you need to have at least 50 of them to complete the quest. And again, you'll get most of them passively, just running through the main storyline. There are a couple that are hard to get, well, that can be hard to get. There's one where you have to spend, I think it's 8,000 hours in on an extreme planet, but you kind of get that passively just by running around on them, getting storm crystals, stuff like that. Alright, and it's 8,000 hours, like game hours, not in, you know, not real hours. It's only like 8 days or something like that, 8-day cycles, I think. Alright, so final interface. We're gonna birth a new star. That way you can get Heart of the Sun. Alright, so we have our star seed. That'd be a new blueprint for us. I'm not sure what starseed does, actually, but we'll get over there and check. I think it makes it so you can see black holes, but I'm not totally sure. It's a technology that you install in your exosuit tech slot. And we're so far away from our ship that we can't craft Heart of the Sun, so what I'm gonna do is Heart of the Sun. I'm gonna need modified quota, so I believe. Oh, we'll just let it update. Create my multi-tool. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get that modified stuff. Oh, I want to go to my exosuit. Alright, there we go. Get our starseed put in. Okay, so we need Heart of the Sun in order to do the remembrance. Okay. How do I get the animus beam then? Maybe it tells me when I get out here. Yeah, because what you have to do is you have to find a glitch planet and kill animals with the animus beam in order to get that that stuff. Let's see if warp over to here. Yeah, I'm just not sure how I get the animus beam. I wonder if I just have to go to another interface to get it or not. So I'll take a run in there and take a look. I might have to actually look it up. This should just be a regular interface. Removing rebel word. That way I don't forget that. Okay, so we have regular warp cells here again. I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I learned a word though. Learned a word, and you see I just got a bunch of nanites also. So you can kind of farm nanites this way too. Alright, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look up how to get the animus beam. It's something kind of stupid if I remember right. So, but I've actually got to be jumping off at lunchtime coming up, and I'm getting hungry. So, actually, let's hit the space station. I'll just probably leave off there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. It's something, something silly if I remember right. Okay, let's just do a quick scan thing, see if that pops up anything. No, it doesn't. Okay. Actually, I'll get in here and check my mission log, see if anything else popped up for that. Actually, I wonder if... What if I quite Oh, I can just... Okay, that's what it was. You have to remake everything in order to get back to the modified. Okay, so capture nanode. Yeah, you have to craft everything again. I'll just do them right in order. And this one, dark matter. Dawn's End, Jade, alright, and last one, modified. Okay, now we have Heart of the Sun. Now Remembrance. That's what it was. Alright, so that's Remembrance and Starseed. I'm actually just pull these down here because it's one of those things that you don't really use. Actually, while we're at it, the Atlas Pass should actually go up here somewhere too, because it's a one and done thing that you never use. Well, I mean, you use it, but it uses up a backpack slot, which is unfortunate. But I'm going to run through and just check with all these guys first, and jump out. Kill 3 sentinels, let me grab that. Go grab my last backpack slot too. Alright, that thing's horrible. Alright. Exosuit's fully unlocked now. Add. Well, we just got that quest line out of the way. Now I'll start on... I'll get my free hypercore, my free batteries. Start on the other quest line. I can start donating all these now. Alright, that gave me a anomaly detector, so I'm going to grab that. I'll use that at some point. Other ships. Nothing good. Alright. So actually, get rid of these modules too, because they're just going to take up room. Alright, yeah, I think I'm just going to save here. I'm glad I kind of looked at those curiosities again, because I knew there was something weird about getting that modified stuff. I'm sitting there going, I know that name looks familiar too. So, let me move. Do I already have a... Okay, there's that anomaly detector. Throw that little bit of silver away. Alright guys, well that's gonna do it for me today. Yeah, I'll start on the next quest line next time. Gonna be doing the They Who Returned quest line. So just get that selected and do a quick save. You know, get run through that quest line. That might take a couple streams if I remember right. There's a bunch of little fetch quests and stuff to do, but get that done and get our way over to a purple system and toss down a little base somewhere and continue doing stuff, trying to stay alive. So, alright guys, I appreciate everybody checking this out, and I will see you next time.